In Montgomery County Public Schools, millions of dollars worth of sensors meant to crack down on vaping may not be working as intended. According to school administrators, the devices are flooding their inboxes with false alarms. Talia Richman broke the story. She is the education reporter for our news partners at the Banner in Montgomery County. And Talia joins us now live to talk more about this issue. So Talia, thanks for joining us. Tell us about these sensors. How are they supposed to work? And what are you learning about what's actually happening here?
Yeah, absolutely. So these sensors, they sort of resemble smoke detectors, and they're stationed in every bathroom in Montgomery County high schools. And the idea is they should be able to detect when vapes are being smoked in the bathroom and alert authorities so that they can catch the students and, either discipline them or offer them some help. But instead, administrators were surveyed on the first few weeks of implementation, and they were getting false alarms every time students flushed a toilet or sprayed perfume, which, as you can imagine, happens a lot. So they said that this led to students being basically unfazed by these sensors. Some of their behavior changed, but not necessarily in a good way. They talked about students instead congregating in staircases to vape. So definitely not the way the county had hoped this would go in the first few weeks.
Right. And if they know it's not really working as a deterrent, then the kids are not likely to stop either. So what did Montgomery County Public Schools and a manufacturer say when you asked about what's going on with these sensors?
Yeah, absolutely. So the district is aware that false positives were a really large problem in the beginning of the rollout. So they said they would be working with the vendor to hopefully change that. Unfortunately, there isn't data yet about how it's been going so far this school year, but we'll definitely keep asking. The vendor says that once the devices are calibrated correctly, the false positives are rare. So we'll definitely have to check back and see and hopefully tell you that things are improving.
All right, we'll have to get an update from you. So you have another story out today about a money-back guarantee for Montgomery County public school students. Can you tell us more about this proposal to cover the cost of classes at Montgomery College? This seems like a good deal.
Yeah, Superintendent Taylor brought this up when he was laying out his school budget for this year. He acknowledged that public school systems get a ton of government money and there should be a clear return on investment. So his commitment was that 10 years from now, MCPS would reimburse students for the cost of taking these remedial classes at Montgomery College. The idea is, of course, that it would cost the district nothing because all students would be prepared. While that's a very lofty idea, they still have a ways to go. I mean, about a third of students who go to Montgomery College have some sort of developmental needs they have to fill before they can take credit-bearing classes. And this is important because developmental remedial classes, they cost the same as the ones that count toward your degree, but they can sometimes derail a student's entire higher education journey. So there's a long history in Montgomery County about this, and we dove into it at thebanner.com.
All right. Well, interesting to hear more about that story. Talia Richman, Montgomery County education reporter for The Banner. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.